Hi gang, Rob here. It is the afternoon of 19 November 2016. Got a From the Sharpening Bench video for you guys today. And this one is kind of interesting. It piqued my interest. It's a rather new offering from Benchmade. And it is the Cabela's exclusive 940-1601. The 940-1601. Interesting knife. Very interesting knife. Let's take a look and see, shall we? This one is from my customer Andy. Had it drop shipped to me for sharpening. And take a look, will ya? How's that for a handle on a 940? So very much like the 940-1, same carbon fiber as close as I can tell. But then we have this stabilized hardwood bolster type thing going on at the front of the handle. Isn't that handsome together? So this is essentially, as close as I can discern, the same wood they use on the Crooked River, on the back half of the knife, or the back 2/3 of the knife. I love wood on my modern folders. I wish they used a wood with a little more character at Benchmade. You know, something like you might see on a Spider Coast Sage 4. Stay tuned, guys. But, you know, we're calling this stabilized hardwood. Don't know what kind of wood it is, but it does go nicely with the carbon fiber. It's got sort of a dark stain on it. Beautiful. Standoffs are just bright aluminum. Hourglass spacers. And the blade is a steel I haven't seen before on 940 unless there was a very small run they did in years past. But look at here, guys. D2. All right. So let's think about this knife for a minute. In the last year or so, we've had 3 different versions of the 940 come out that are other than the aluminum handled one. The -1 with the all carbon fiber handle and bright blue standoffs, and the S90V blade that currently sells for about $260 or so. And then we had the 940-1501 with the CPM 20 CV blade and the blue and black G10 handle. I think that came in about $220. And then the 940-2 with the lime green aluminum standoffs and the black G10 handle, S30V blade. And those are about the same price as an aluminum handled 940 in the high 100s. Okay, so what do you figure this knife would be priced at with carbon fiber and wood, but a D2 blade? You know, least expensive steel currently offered on the 940. Well, they ain't cheap, guys. They're Cabela's only, and they're $249.99. I would have been all over this knife at, you know, between $200 and $220, but at almost the same price as a 940-1. Not that I prefer S90V, because I don't. It's just a lot of money to spend for a 940 at the D2 blade. The sad thing is it's a Cabela's exclusive. They can charge what they want. If this were, you know, marketed on internet websites, I would think it'd be a $220 knife. So the question is, for us 940 collectors, do we want to buy a Cabela's exclusive version in the year Warren Osborne left us and pay $30 too much for it? Some people do. I think they did a nice job on it, though. Fit and finish is superb. You know, they weigh nothing with that carbon fiber handle, about 2.5 ounces, I suspect. Did a nice job on the blade. You know, we don't have a knife that's all sharpened away. You know, they're so not broad in this dimension. And the grind of the primary bevel is about 9 to 10 degrees inclusive. So they're a little wedgy, and if the sharpener, misses a step or makes a bad pass at the factory, you end up with a pretty skinny blade and a fat blade. This one they did a good job on. This is wearing my edge at 17 degrees per side with a 20 micro bevel. It's a little broad, but not bad. And Benchmade does such a nice job with their D2. It just gets so sharp. Let's show you. This is not a super skinny edge grind, but it's a very sweet edge grind. You know what I mean? And of course, they did try to bait me. Parkerized split arrow clip. This one, really nice action. Of course, it's had a little help from the TheApostlep spa treatment. Good blade centering for a 940. Just a nice knife. I know I have somebody waiting on this knife with bated breath. I kind of tricked him. He had 2 or 3 other knives in for sharpening and then had this one drop shipped. I put it on the schedule like 2 days later than the rest of them and forgot it was there. And shipped him his other knives, and this one wasn't in the box. He's never even seen it yet. Now you do. I just wanted to hang on to it for a review for a couple days too, because I thought you guys would like to see it. That is all for this one, my friends. The 940-1601 from Benchmade and Cabela's. Even if it is a little too much, we really should have one, shouldn't we? Tell your wife, put it on your Christmas list. Tell her it's the holiday season, and we should have a spirit of giving. Yes. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and this here 940 are sharp.